Hey, welcome back to Electrically Constructed. I'm Master Electrician Seth Echo, and we are on video number 6 of our box fill calculation series. In our last video, we covered equipment grounding conductors. In this video, we are going to be covering device fill and equipment fill in a box. So, if you don't have a 2026 code book, I have a link below you can click, and you can buy a code book from there if you'd like. But otherwise, if you have your code book, let's get it out and let's get going. All right, let's get our code book open to Article 314.16b4, device or equipment fill. And let's go ahead and highlight that right away. All right, and this rule is saying for each yoke or strap containing one or more devices or equipment, a double volume allowance in accordance with Table 314.16b4 shall be made for each yoke or strap based on the largest conductor connected to the device or equipment supported by that yoke or strap. All right, let's highlight Table 314, or let's go with in accordance with Table 314.16b4. We all know what table that is. That's the right here. That is the volume allowance required per conductor. That's the table giving us our size wire and the volume that wire takes up in the box. And let's see here. Let's highlight largest conductor connected to that device or equipment. Let's go ahead and highlight that. Largest conductor supported by that yoke or strap, and highlight. All right, let's move on. Devices or utilization equipment wider than a single 2-inch device box as described in Table 314.16a shall have double volume allowance provided for each gang required for mounting. All right, so let's highlight equipment wider than 2-inch device boxes, and let's highlight shall have a double volume allowance provided for each gang required for mounting. So if you remember the device boxes in Table 314.16a, the 2-inch device boxes, you can only mount a single gang device to these. That's what that's talking about right there. Go over that a little bit more. Let's see anything else that I want to go over before we switch views and start showing what this article is talking about. Nope, I think I will switch views and show some examples. All right, let's try and break this code rule down a little bit simpler. All right, we got the first part of the rule is talking about the yoke and strap. What they are referring to as a yoke and strap is that metal part that grounds the receptacle or the device to the box. So it's that metal part that screws the device to the box. That's your yoke or strap. And then they talk about each yoke or strap containing one or more devices or equipment, a double volume allowance in accordance with this table here, 314.16b4, shall be made for each yoke or strap based on the largest conductor connected to that device or piece of equipment. All right, so I'm going to try and make this sound real simple, because it is simple once you understand it. It doesn't matter what the device is. I can have a GFCI, I can have a single pole switch, I can have a GFCI with USBs, I can have a 3-way switch with wires coming off of it. The type of device doesn't matter, the size of that device doesn't matter. What matters is it a single gang, is it a double gang, and what size wires are attached to that device. It doesn't matter how many wires are attached to that device. it's a single gang device, will take 2 extra volumes of the largest wire attached to it. A double gang device, like this one here, would take 4 extra wires of the largest wire in the volume that is. So say I have number 8s coming onto this 50 amp receptacle here, just rated for 75 degrees C, 3 cubic inches of volume, so 3, 6, 9, 12. Then this piece of equipment would take 12 cubic inches of volume inside of the box. So making it simple, 2 gang devices, 4 extra volumes of the largest conductor attached to it. Single gang devices, 2 extra volumes of the largest wire attached to it. And that's it. That's as easy as it can be. Try not to get confused by how many wires are on it. Try not to get confused by how large that device is. Like you feel like this device should take up more volume because it's so much bigger than a single pole switch. Well, it doesn't matter. The whole rule is what it is. So use it. It makes it simple. So that is it. Another thing you got to remember is if you have multiple devices in the box or on a cover, it's the largest wire attached to that device. So I've got 12 gauge wires on this device, I got 14 gauge wires on this device, then this device would be 12 gauge wires and this device would be 14 gauge wires. So when I'm adding it up, I'd have 1, 2, 3 single gang, 4, 5 12 gauge wires, and this one is 14 gauge wires, but the equipment grounding conductor, as we know, it's already been taken care of. So I'd have 1, 2, 3, 4 14 gauge wires in this box as well. So 5 12s and 4 14s. That is it. That is how this code rule works. Try not to overcomplicate it. Try to keep it simple and you'll do just fine. All right. We'll go over this one again in next couple of videos when we do some practice questions. But we are going to move on to clamp fill calculations in the next video. So I hope to see you there. Never stop learning and God bless.